Hi, I'm standing here with Amy, who did our ChiroThin program earlier this year and is happy to come talk with us today about her success. Amy, can you share a little bit why you decided to do ChiroThin in the first place?
So being 40, post 45, just feeling like the just 1 or 2 pounds every year just keeps kind of gaining on me, and just not feeling good, and ending every day just feeling defeated that I had yet again made some bad choices. And it was a giant reset switch. So as much as it is about maybe that 10 or 15 pounds being more comfortable in my clothes,
Right.
it was really about where my head was and how I want to live the next few years, and how I want to go into menopause, and how I want to age,
Right.
and how healthy I want to feel. And I just wasn't feeling good. So it did all that, and it was hard, and it was very emotional.
Yeah.
And the part that just was huge for me was Stacy, and the coaching, and just working through a lot of the emotional and the mental part of it was really life-changing. I took the weight off and gained back a few pounds, but really have stayed the course. And I have something to go back to always. And I feel like it's a lifestyle. It wasn't a diet. It really was a life change that I needed. And I feel set. I don't go to bed every night. I don't beat myself up. I own what I do, and I know I can do differently the next day if I want to, and I'm not in this sort of self-defeating, spiraling down kind of behavior.
Right.
And that is free. I mean, I feel super free from all of that. So it was totally worth it.
That is really powerful. So one of the things you're really talking about that I hear is mindfulness.
Yes.
So people come into the program and they have an idea of like the number on the scale and what they want to lose. But really, you're talking about something much bigger than that, because there's such an emotional factor to weight loss. And you don't have to divulge any of your personal things, but why do you think that kept coming up for you? Like what is it about the emotional piece that shows up, and then what is it about sort of the coaching and the program that helped push you past any hurdles maybe you had, or any setbacks or things along those lines?
Well, it just was never about the food. It just really never was. And each time I hit a wall, I got to sort of unpeel or peel back those layers and look at really why was I angry? Why am I angry? I can't eat. I want to snack, like I want to eat my arm off. And what's that about? So then I had to sit with myself. And that is hard to do.
Yes.
And what are my go-tos? What are my little vices? What am I avoiding? All of that stuff came up. And that's really what I was dealing with. And that is where I think, Stacy, you coached me through all of that, and helped me sit with it and work through it. So I don't have to go back there. Right. I kind of just got it out. Yeah. And again, it's not the number on the scale. Yeah. It's how you feel about yourself, and certainly feeling better and not having those higher numbers felt better. But I'm not defining myself by that right now. And shockingly, I don't even think about it anymore, really. And it's just stayed off. It's stayed off.
It sounds like you've almost like sort of released a monkey on the back that maybe was on for a long time.
Yeah.
Because there is such a mental component to that weight loss. And when we can let go of why it is that we get stuck, and then, like you said, you have a framework to continue to come back to.
Right.
You can still enjoy your life. It's not like you're depriving yourself all the time. No. And
No, and really thinking about what goes into what you think about food. There's, how you grew up. There's influences of media around you. There's all of these sort of peer relationships, and how you compare yourself and do all this gymnastics that just, and you have to look at all that.
Right.
And look at, and how do I really feel about myself? What is my worth and my value? And it is tied up. Food is part of it, but it is really how you feel about yourself. And I'm going to eat differently if I feel good about myself. And when I don't, there's a reason.
That's right.
So
let me ask you one last thing,
Yeah.
because I love the story you're sharing with me. What would you say to someone who was interested in the program? What if even someone came in and said, well, I don't need to lose that much. Maybe I only want to lose 10, 15 pounds, but I really struggle with that. And, I just can't seem to ever get past that mark. What would you say to someone like that?
I would say it's absolutely taking a look at your relationship with what you're eating and putting in your mouth and how you feel about yourself. And that is, it nothing to do with the numbers and the food.
Right.
It really doesn't. And that's where you differ from everybody else that's out there, because I've been on those dumb diets and I have starved myself to death. And the minute I'm done, I'm diving back into something else.
Yes.
So
this wasn't a starvation diet? Because that seems
no.
to be a bias that people who don't know much about it.
It was self-care. It was the ultimate self-care for me. And I really don't feel like it was a diet at all, because it's something that I'm carrying forward. And again, the not beating yourself up part, and just valuing yourself, and it's a life changer. And I think it's a great way to look at our age and look at how we want to be in the world. And I don't want my daughter looking at me like I've been on diets my whole life, and I don't want her to think that I don't feel good about myself. Because that's not really who I am. So I got to peel back and take away that garbage and just be me and not even think about it. And I think that freedom is something that we need to convey to our girls. And feel good about yourself, take care of yourself, but feel good about yourself, and don't obsess about that number.
What a great message. Thank you so much for your story.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your success.
Thank
and
you.
for your time today.
Thank you.